everybody. This is Trish. Today we have Delandris Harris. He is a livestock and cattle farmer. Also, he's the owner of H&H Contractors. How you doing, Delandris?
I'm doing all right.
No, let me apologize. How you doing, Delandris?
The Landers, I didn't want to correct you, but
No, you
I can
correct
just
me.
go with
We
the
got to
flow.
keep it real here because I'm the last person to be trying to mess up somebody's name, but Delandris, right?
Hmm. Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much for being here. And I just wanted to talk to you and share you with my platform. I know you a livestock and cattle farmer. We're just trying to get a little bit more information about it in case it's something that's in our near future. What can you tell us about it? Like, how do you get started?
Well, I don't want to be, how would they say? I don't want to be disencouraging, but I can say if it's not a passion, if you don't have a passion for animals, don't get into cattle farming. You got to have a real passion to be a livestock owner because the turnaround on cattle farm is pretty long and far out.
Hmm.
So there's many ways to get into livestock and cattle. If you're not affordable to buy purchase land, there's some people out there will lease you land for your cattle to graze on.
Hmm.
And then there's other steps going on forthwith. After you get your land, you probably be a minute even before you buy some cows. Like a lot of the land that I've ascertained before I even put cows on it, it was almost 2 years before I even put a cow on it. Just off the most important thing with cows is your fencing. And
Hmm.
if you don't have your fence together, there's no sense in you getting no cows because they will get out. And
Oh.
that's when liability comes in. You get
Hmm.
out, hit a car. It wasn't no sense you even starting from the beginning.
What's a comfortable amount of land to purchase in order to even put cattle and livestock on?
They have a formula. They always said that you can put a cow per acre.
Hmm.
So, but if you put out hay, if you feeding hay and silage, you can run almost up to 10 head on an acre.
Hmm.
Depends on what program you want to go into and establish when you're buying livestock. But I will always suggest somebody to try to get much as land as they can
Hmm.
to account for the cows that they want. So if it's one cow an acre, if you want 100 cows, you better get 100 acres.
Okay.
That way you're not under pressure of feeding hay the
Hmm.
way you have to feed them if you don't have the equivalent of the land to cow formula.
I wanted to ask you when you say you have to have a passion for it, can you elaborate on that a little bit? Meaning, do you have to actually love the animal you're farming? Like that's kind of tricky, especially for an emotional person.
Well, when I say passion for it, if you was raising dogs, you'll love your dogs.
Yeah.
If you was raising cats, you'll raise your cats. Even
Hmm.
though you're raising these cows to head to slaughter for somebody's table one day, you still want to treat them like your kids. Before,
Hmm.
before you, how would you say, you want to raise your kids up the best way you can before you turn them out in the world.
That's right.
So and again, if you don't have a passion for the cows, then it'll probably turn into a job.
Mm.
And I don't, I don't suggest anybody to do that if they don't want a job. Like
Right.
farming to me is not a job; it's a passion. So
Right.
it don't
I.
matter if it don't matter if I lose or win money in it.
Hmm.
It's for me the passion of me being able to do it is what I thrive for.
Is it expensive to care
It,
for a cow, like as far as feeding it or just?
well, once you get truly totally established, no, it's don't. It does not cost a lot to kick to raise cows.
Hmm.
But until you get established, I give it like I say on one said I probably one track I would say I've been there 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
and just getting to my turnover point.
Okay.
When I say just getting to, I mean exactly what I mean. Just getting to my turnover point
In eight
versus
years.
just in 8 years. Cattle, to me, the cattle industry, unless you have a volume of money to start up with,
Mm-hmm.
a long-term investment. I mean, it's not
Mm-hmm.
going to turn over in 2, 3, 4, 5 years
Okay.
unless you can go out there and buy 100, 200 cows at one time.
I see. So
So,
I know, yeah, I'm listening. You said for sure you need at least 1 acre for one cow per cow, pretty much,
acre
to
per
be
cow.
comfortable. And you said as far as caring for them, it's not that expensive because what they're eating on off the land.
They're eating their own grass, yeah.
Right. They're eating
And
their
then
own
the
grass.
winter time, that's the winter time is the most hard time because you don't have no more grass growing, and that's when you have to bale your hay and get ready
Yeah.
for. So that's where that process come in at. However, we do have a winter crop program.
Mm-hmm.
So once our summer grass dies out, we plant a winter crop like clover,
Okay.
wheat, rye, fescue. That's a winter grass. It always grows in the cold, and that give us a little bit so where we won't be under so much pressure putting hay out all the time during the winter.
Right. So if you were to purchase a cow per se, what are some of the signs you look for to know if it's healthy or not? How do you know if you're purchasing something that's not sick or
Well, let's back all the way up.
okay.
I don't know how it is in Georgia, but up here in Tennessee, we have a couple programs, which is the Master Beef Program
Mm-hmm.
and the Q&A program, and those are programs that tells you about your shots, your vaccinations, how old the cow is, what to look for in the cow, the feet, the mouth, the eyes, all that
Mm-hmm.
put you on the tracker. When you go look at a cow, uh, you know what you want to buy.
Right. Basically do your research.
Just do your homework. Do your
Right.
homework.
Just to
You,
know
you
how to
really need to
identify
get
a healthy cow.
you need
But
to
is
get a
there some
master.
telltale signs like visually looking at it?
It's just about like if you went to the dog pound, if you went to the animal shelter, it's no
Mm-hmm.
different. You can. I've bought older, we call them stragglers, and you
Mm-hmm.
can show them some love, bring them back, make money off of them. It's just what you want to put into to what you want to see and what you want.
Okay.
Certain cattle farmers go for a certain breed
Mm-hmm.
because of it also falls back into your genetics.
Mm-hmm.
So the more your genetics is strong and what breed you want, then you'll understand the weight to date ratio. Meaning
Okay.
a full grown cow is going to consume 30 pounds of grass a day.
Mm.
Out of that 30 pounds of grass a day, you want to understand how much of that is going to be consumable on weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a cow calf operation, once that calf come out of his mother, you don't want them no more than 6 months to a year. After a year, you're really after 6 months, you're losing money if you're in that
Okay.
kind of operation because you will want that cow to gain um, 2 to 3 pounds a day.
Okay.
So 2, 3 pounds a day, I almost put you at 90, between 80 and 90 somewhere. Maybe sometimes you get lucky. Try to get 100 pounds a month. 6 months, you get a 600-pound calf. A lot of the beef that we eat in the store is steak wise is only 6 months to a year old. And a lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
All your ground beef is all your older cows. We call them
Um,
packer cows. That's when they're not reproducing no more.
mm. And that's the ground
Anything
beef we eat.
that's everything ground beef is old as mold.
Ooh, see, I'm gonna turn a vegan in this conversation. So what's the
Nah,
process once they're about 6 months, and then what do you do after that? You just sell them?
6 months. 6 months if they have made their weight, you can go to the sale or you can book. You can book your weight. They at your packer at your packing houses. They got what they call blocks,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a 10,000 pound block. You might have a 20,000. You might have a hundred
Yeah.
thousand pound block.
Yeah.
But you can, if you have the weight in the cows, you can
Mm-hmm.
book your weight straight to the
Packing company.
packing
Okay.
company. If not, there's plenty of sales that goes on Monday through Friday all over the United States.
Okay.
So the old tale of when Jack and the Beanstalk, when his mama told him to take the cow to market, that goes on right around in your county as we speak right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then so at that point, you just I don't know. I don't know how it worked, but 8 years though, that's a long time.
8 years, 8 years, and probably about 100, maybe close to $200,000 invested. And now I'm at the point of stage to where I can afford to get the buck volume cows that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So
And the
say like
weight.
I'm say like I'm shooting for 45 cows this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Once I raise them out to 1,000 pounds, I've made a deal with the packing house out west. They come get all 45 and they give me so much a pound across the board.
Okay. So it was worth the wait.
I mean, it's not to the quick and the swift. It's the ones that can
Right. It's
endure.
something that you have to be patient with. And in the meantime, so I'm just gonna go over everything we said because I appreciate this information. You want to have at least 1 acre per cow. You want to
Mhm.
have a passion for it. That's number two. Also, it's not a get rich type of situation. It's something that you have to nurture over time, right?
Unless you already got some money.
Unless you already have money to invest.
Now, if I woke up and hit the had 200 some $1,000, then yeah, there's many ways to do this cattle industry, but
Okay.
everybody knows money's in value, and that's the best way I can put that.
But what if you just want it for a pet? Is it worth it?
I mean, if you feel like you want it for a pet, it goes back to the passion. You want
Yeah.
to just buy one cow, raise them up, feed them out, then kill them and put them in your freezer and process them. That's fine. I see people do it
Yeah.
all. I have customers come to me like that all the time. I'm gonna suggest don't do it in the city. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say you're in the rural, even if you do have 2 acres or 3 acres, just make sure your fencing is together. If you're
Right.
fencing it together, then you're gonna be in trouble. That's the most important thing to a cattle operation is the fencing.
Because they will get out.
Fencing. They
I
will
almost
get
ran
out.
over a cow before. So I understand that part. Like
If
it was
you
a beautiful cow.
if you'd have hit that cow, the people who own that cow would have been sick just off the
Me
liability.
too. My biggest roadkill that I know of is I think it was a turtle or something, and I think I cried for like 2 days.
Oh no, we don't do.
I just heard the crunch. So yeah, I don't even want those problems. But
Well,
I
if
do
you
want
with a
to
cow, I guarantee you, a cow will walk away. A
the
cow gonna
cow will
walk
walk
away.
away.
The cow will walk away, but you not.
Mm, okay. Even in the 18-wheeler?
Well, the 18 wheeler gonna be in 18 wheeler gonna be in trouble. Now the cow ain't gonna
Right.
walk away, or the truck ain't gonna drive off.
Right. Somebody gonna be hurt or both.
Both.
Right. All right. Well, we definitely appreciate the information. I do want to thank you, Mr. Harris, for providing us with this information. Um, and we hopefully we'll have another conversation again. I don't know what about, but I definitely like to keep in touch with all the people that I've spoken with. And for now, I just want to thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.
All right, I sure appreciate you.